Campbell, oh my God, it's such a legend. It's so sweet and so you're a young legend, which is great.
Nice to meet you as well.
Oh, nice to meet you. Okay, now how are you involved with Choice Group?
I have been involved with Choice Group pretty much since it started. Dana told me about his idea and told me what he was doing on a lower scale, and he told my sister and I, and he asked us did we want to be. Well, actually, Dana didn't ask us did we want to be involved. He told us we were going to be on his board of directors, and so we became involved, and we would contribute financially, and we would contribute, things like computers and music supplies, and during holiday seasons, coats and school supplies and things of that nature. And whenever he had a program or he'd tell us what the need was, we'd do whatever it was that we had to do to try to fill that need because we believe in his vision. So we've been here pretty much since the beginning.
Yeah, and you're actually performing tonight, which is great.
I am performing as Mary tonight, not Mary, and that's really weird. This is my first time. No, actually, I remember performing as by myself. Probably before I even had any children, so maybe it was 10 years ago, and I was out of breath trying to do my part and Erica's part, and so I had a little bit of anxiety in the car on the way here, thinking how am I going to breathe when I'm singing the parts that actually overlap. But you know what, I'm a professional and all things are possible, and so I'm going to get in there and make it happen, baby.
Okay, now how do you come up with the name Mary Mary?
Mary, our producer Warren Campbell came up with that name. He was like, y'all should call yourselves Mary, and I'm thinking, why? That's dumb. But Erica decided that Erica did some studying in the way. He was like, Mary, Jesus Mama, it just makes sense, Gospel Mary, and Erica was like, well, let me do some studying in the Bible and see why we should keep it. And there's two Marys that we reference. There's Mary Magdalene, who was considered very imperfect, and then there was Mary, the mother of Christ, that's considered perfect. But both of these women they had value in Jesus' life, and when he rose from the dead, both of them were right there. He didn't see a difference between perfection and imperfection. He just loved them both. And so we tell people it doesn't matter who you are, where you've come from, we can all be changed by the power of the love of Jesus.
That is so beautiful. Okay, now what's it like having a reality show?
What is it like having a reality show? Awesome and horrible, fantastic and disgusting. This season has been my most, well, let's just say this past year has been my most horrific year and the most amazing year for me, all at the same time. I watched what I thought was my life falling apart while the cameras were rolling, and I could not believe what I had gotten myself into. But I stand today knowing that you can make it through anything, you can survive anything, and what seems to be the most horrific, scary, embarrassing, shameful thing in your life could literally end up being the most beautiful thing in the world. And so I am grateful that I have my reality show, and hopefully people are watching it and enjoying it and seeing what our lives are like. Erica and I did it because we figured many people address us because we're Christian. We're openly Christians, and many people address us like we're a special sect or kind of people, like we're not normal. Because they'll say, Christian and normal, or gospel and normal, and they'll reference us like we're not normal. And I'm like, I'm very normal. So let you see us on TV and see what life is like when we're not on stage, and you'll see that we are very, very normal. But you also see how our faith plays out when we're not at church. We're not preaching all the time, screaming hallelujah, but we try to let it show in how we are with our children, and how we are with each other, and how we are with our husbands, and how we are in handling business. Not perfect, but we aim for perfection. We fall, we get back up, we make mistakes, we fix them. There's issues, we resolve them. And so this is what you see during our show. And so hopefully people are watching it and enjoying it and learning something from it, or just being entertained, or I don't know, liking it. Maybe they like our kids, maybe like our husbands, maybe they like us. I don't know. Hopefully they just like it.
Well, thank you, Tina. You're very nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.